Oh, today's episode is going to be about embracing big activity. If you've never heard that phrase, you might want to Google that. What better way to do this than to introduce ribs of pork and beef flavor with Cheetos? Now, I know that sounds pretty crazy, and there's going to be some purists that are probably going to click away right about now. And that's okay. This is to experiment and just see what happens. Let's get started. Okay, so if you've seen ribs prepped, you've seen it a million times. I will tell you that I have pulled the membrane off the pork. I always pour the membrane off. The beef ribs, I leave those on because it helps keep these things together. If you take that off, they tend to fall apart and it just becomes irritating. I did use mustard as a binder, pretty typical. Now, for the pork version, I'm doing honey hot barbecue from Meat Church. And of course, I'm using Holy Cow for the beef ribs. It's the only way to go. Now, look, when it comes to just eating Cheetos by themselves, I'm the guy that eats regular Cheetos all day long. I don't do these flavors, but I was like, that would be super boring. Nobody's going to want to see that. So I got 3 different flavors. The Flaming Hot, I'm thinking probably on one of the beef ribs. The Extra Flaming Hot, probably on the other rack of beef ribs. And then Cheddar Jalapeno, for some reason, just resonated with me with pork. I don't know why, but that's what I'm going to do on the pork ribs. So I'm going to let these sit here and sweat it out for at least 30 minutes. I like to see glistening and sweat beating off. Then I know they're ready to go. So I'm going to go do this on the offset today. Well, because this is what happens when you're, an adult, bored, hungry, and just experimenting with food on a weekend. You have time to sit around, I suppose. At least I do this weekend. Let's take a look at what we got here. These are looking fantastic. I know you can't smell in here through the phone. Maybe that'll be in the future. But I'm hungry and I'm ready to try this. Now, I had a thought. What if the Cheeto dust doesn't stick to the top of this? Which it might not. It might not be moist enough to adhere the Cheeto dust, or it may be. That's okay. I've got Meat Mitch Womp sauce as a backup. I could probably put like half the rack with the sauce on it just in case this doesn't work. And then, you've got sauce. So, I mean, that's not a loss. They smell hot. Now, you could pour this in here, and it's going to take some time to do this. You could zip this up, set it on the table, and bash it, smash it around like your hopes and dreams from high school. You know, the ones that didn't turn out after you got out of high school. And or we try this. Huh? This is going to make it so much more fun. Funner. We're going to put it in here, hit the button, spin this stuff up, and then it'll be easy, really. Might be loud, but it's going to be easier. So let me get this plugged in. Fill up this cup. Take this Cheetos back out of my hopes and dreams bag. Let's put it in here. I do recommend trying this at home. I don't think it's going to hurt anybody. Now, I'm wondering, what kind of consistency am I going to get when I shred this up with these Cheetos? I really don't know. Whoops. I'll get that later. Actually, this might be a problem. Yep. I got to take some out. Take a few out. Is that enough? Get in there. Get. Okay. Perfect. There we go. Let's move that out of the way. I think the way this thing works, we'll plug it in. I think you just push it. Sorry if this is loud. Oh man, that is super easy. Now, I wonder how much we're actually gonna get across here. Hey, this is gonna work out pretty good. It's perfect dust. Okay, maybe I'll start on the big end. Come on. Ooh, easy. Might have to. Oh, wow. This is interesting. Okay, I'm going to pat it down. Just going to pat it down because I want a nice crushed layer. So when I cut into these, I've got the nice, soft, chewy meat. No, not chewy. Wrong word. Soft, tender meat. And then I've got a layer of crunch. That's what I'm looking for. It's the difference in texture. Some people don't like that, right? Oh, wow. I don't know if you can hear that. So as I was saying, I think I am going to put 1/2 of this with sauce. You know, I mean, if we're going to be testing and we're in testing mode, doing different things, why not? Spoon, Meat Mitch womp sauce. This is normally what I put on pork ribs, but it's a great sauce. I mean, this is definitely my go-to just about for anything. So I don't think it would hurt. Try this on some beef ribs. You never know what you're going to run across as far as something new that you like unless you try it. And that's what we're doing today. We are mixing some really good big activities together, which is junk food and barbecue. I think I need to get a close-up of this. Let me set this down. I'm going to run the camera past here. You guys are going to like this. Okay, so I need to mix up just a little bit more of the Flamin' Hot Cheeto. I need to mix up a little bit more for the Flaming Hot Cheetos to go on this side. That actually is probably going to be the better side, to be honest, because I've added the sauce. So let me get enough in here to do that side. Okay. Lid. Sorry for the noise. Cover your ears. Perfect. Sorry. Move that out of the way. Oh, this is going to be fun. Chunk. Oh, yeah. That's sticking real good. I might have found something new that needs to be in restaurants. I mean, why wouldn't you put this in a restaurant? Oh yeah. Get that layer of crunch right on top of the sauce. My mouth is watering. Okay. Now, so that we don't have any cross-contamination with the different flavors, I'm gonna wash this out, get the next bag, get the next rack of beef ribs, which is the extra flaming hot. So I'm just gonna move these forward and let that sit. Ooh, I got a big mess. Well, that's part of barbecue. Stand by. Okay, so let me just slide these out of the way so you can get a better view. This is the smaller rack. Like I said, these come in a pack of 2 at HEB. So they put a bigger one and just a little bit smaller one. Well, it's definitely smaller. But hey, you know, it is what it is. Uh-oh. That's good barbecue sauce. Now these are the extra flaming hot. What is this? They smell extra. You can actually see a difference. Well, yeah, they're a little bit darker red. I mean, like I said, I don't eat these Cheetos like this with these flavors, so this is new to me. I probably won't need as much because this is not a big rack of ribs. Okay, get in there. Get in there. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm definitely going to have a big mess to clean up. Okay, for your viewing pleasure, hold your ears. That should do it. Hold your ears. Okay, let's see what we got here. Maybe I should do half with sauce. Hey, some of these come out in clumps. It's okay, when it comes out in a clump, I can just smash it down and make a layer. Oh yeah. Come back. This crunch layer is going to be, you know, maybe Taco Bell needs to do this. A crunch layer burrito rib wrap. Oh man, that sounds good. Okay, since I have some more of the Meat Mitch womp sauce, let's put some on the small side here. Just like that. I don't know if you've ever had this particular sauce, but it has a honey flavor to it. Okay, hopefully I have enough here to do this little bit left. Come on. Oh, perfect. Perfect. All right, let me just lightly pat that in. Yeah. That's going to be great. Well, I need to go check on the pork ribs. Hopefully they are ready because I want to try this like right now. Be back. All right, finally, things are finishing up. I've got the pork ribs. I have never been this excited about trying something that I've tried to test on or any of the barbecue stuff that I've ever done. I mean, this, or it could just be this pure hunger. Okay, remember, pork ribs are getting the jalapeno cheddar. Is that right? Yes. I think I'm gonna do the same thing where, you know, half of this is got the sauce, just like I did on the beef ribs. Now look at these. These are Not even close to being red. So that's interesting. All right, so let me get a layer of sauce down this side. And you're thinking, why'd you pick that side? I don't know. I don't know. I just did. Hit me up down in the comments if there's something else I should try next that, I could try to ruin as far as junk food and barbecue. Maybe a Takis brisket, Doritos lasagna. I don't know. Don't really make lasagna on the barbecue pit, but we're trying different stuff here. Okay, let's put this lid on. That one went easier. Maybe I'll just add a different sound effect when I do this noise here completely. Yeah, nice and yellow color. This is going to be interesting. Okay. Oh, hey, look at that. A full Cheeto. We'll just put that on there. Kind of like fries on a burger. You know what I mean? Don't tell me you've never done that. Do it all the time. Little extra tidbit of happiness to a burger. Well, this is going to be a little bit extra crunch layer. Taco Bell, hit me up. Do you hear that? That crunch? This is pretty cool. Okay. One more container full, and that's going to be on the side that doesn't have the sauce. I am pretty sure all the sides that have the sauce are going to be the go-to side. And here's the reason why. First of all, it's got sauce, but the sauce has a sweet flavor, and the Cheetos have a salty flavor, so it's a good mix. That's the key here. Okay. Cover your ears. Sure glad I have this. Sure glad I'm using it for the right reason. Not to make healthy smoothies, but to crush Cheetos. Okay. All right, here we go. Nope. Get back on here. I think before I dive in, I'm going to get some close-ups for you guys. Okay, so here's my thought. I can't go in reverse. If I go to the extreme, which would be these guys, this is the hottest ones as far as flavor. I can't go backwards, right? So I might as well start with something that's, we'll just say the least intensity, which would be these, because these are the cheddar jalapeno. I would not consider that, something that's got a lot of heat kick behind it. So I'm going to cut down the middle, and then I'm going to, as soon as I find where the rib is. Nope. I'm cutting crooked. Don't you hate it when you're trying to cut ribs and you can't see? There we go. Okay.
Oh no!
Why didn't y'all tell me? Ah. Boy, what a mistake. It's okay. Don't panic. Let's don't panic, y'all. Okay? Let's just put that back on here. We didn't go through all this just to, make a fool of ourselves. Okay. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to spin this around. I'm not going to stand it up this time. Got to get down low. Get low. Okay. I might have, okay, there it is. Okay. And move that out of the way. Let me get this back here. This is a real mess. I will say that. And it's really hard to see where the bone is with all this Cheeto on it. You know what? I'm just going to eat it like that. This is the side that does not have the sauce. So this is our base test. This side, this does not have the sauce. Let me turn that around. I'm making an absolute mess and mistakes. Definitely like the difference in the texture with the crunch and the meat. That's interesting. That's pretty good. Now, granted, that doesn't have any sauce. I can only imagine this is going to get better. Let's try one with sauce. And let's try not to screw up. Huh? Let's try not to screw up. Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Just a layer of happiness. That's good. Mm. I feel super fat. Mm. I wish you guys could try this right now. Oh, that was good. Okay. Let me stack this kind of out of the way if I can. Maybe I need to make more room. Okay. This is the bigger one for the beef ribs. Now, this one had the next level. So this is the hot. Now, this you can definitely see the separation in bone. So I shouldn't be able to mess this up. If I mess this up, I quit.
Oh, yeah.
Fat's rendered. Looks great. Got a layer of hot Cheeto dust. What a work of art. Here we go. Mm-hmm. That's good. I can taste the heat now. Now, was that one that had the sauce? No, it wasn't. This one, this side over here had the sauce. I got Cheeto on my face? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Next test. Let's try this. Oh. Wasn't much meat on that bone. Oh, that's a lot of Cheeto dust. Maybe I should try one that's got more beef, more beef. Oh, I gotta hold on. Mm-hmm. Okay. So far, I think I like the pork ribs. Okay, what do we got here besides a big mess? This side, which I can't see anymore. Where is the... Uh-huh. Is that a bone? That's a bone. Okay. Okay. Oh. This is the hottest flavor. Not much meat. That was a mistake. That's a mistake. I need to fix it with some pork ribs. I need to get something to drink. Okay, final thought. Pork ribs were better. I guess I could try to slide some hot Cheeto onto some pork ribs. I don't know. The beef ribs, the only reason that didn't really work too well is because there's not much meat. These aren't very thick, right? It's mostly bone. So if you put a thick layer of Cheeto dust on top of these and then bite into it, you've eaten mostly Cheeto. Maybe that's your thing. I don't know.
Whew.
I'm going to go get some family in here and get some alternative thoughts while I dig into the pork ribs. Hey, I'm Todd with Lone Star Smoke. We'll see you next time.